Good morning and welcome to this tutorial. Today I have prepared a tutorial where I want to show you how you can use the panel and also the inlay function of AutoCAD. You can see here a construction for a counter, and with the panel function we will clad this construction, and then with the inlay function we will create some inlays and also a tabletop. Okay. So let's begin with the tutorial. Before we start to insert a panel, we can choose here on the left side the right material of the panel and the right thickness, and we can also find these panels in the article database here. And I will choose a 4mm panel in the standard color. Then to insert the panel you have two possibilities. First, you can select the profiles which are around the panel, or in the second method you can choose 3 insertion points and then the panel will be inserted. But I show you first method 1. We start the function by clicking on insert, and then we turn our object to have a better view, and then we can see in this line here we have to click first on the left, then on the right, on the lower and on the top profile. Then we can turn our object and continue left, right, lower and top profile, and then the last one left, right, lower and top profile. Okay. As you can see, the walls are cladded, and when we have finished the function we cancel it with escape. Okay, now I will show you the next function, and here we have to check if the object snap is activated, this one, because we will have to catch 3 points. Then here we have also more options. For example, we can choose if we want to insert the panel on the front border, on the center line, or on the rear border. And further, then we can also edit the groove depth of all 4 sides. Then by clicking on insert we can begin to snap the first point of the front border. It's the left point, this one here, exactly this one. And then we go to the other side, to the right point of the front border, so this one, and then the top left corner, and it's this one, and the panel, as you can see, will be inserted. Okay, let's go on. In this step now we will test the inlay function, and for this first we have to change to the inlay tab here on the left side. And then we can see the first option is the insertion height. It's on 70mm and it's okay like that, and the first inlay will be inserted at the bottom border in the height of 70mm. We could also change the offset, but it's okay like it is. First, before we can start to draw now, we have to change the snap points again. So for example, we have to turn on the grid help and turn off the object snap, and then also turn on the basic grid. And now we are ready to start. By clicking on insert we can begin to surround the object like that here, and when we have reached the first point we tap on enter and the inlay will be constructed. Now I would like to enlarge the front border of the inlay, and for this I select it and I catch the little blue point here and I pull it in my direction. Then I type in 20mm like that, and with enter the inlay was enlarged. Okay, now we can turn to the next inlay. First we change the height now, the insertion height. I set here 30 centimeters and also the bottom border for the insertion, and then I click on insert and I begin to surround the object like that. and when I have reached the start point like before, I tap on enter. Okay, here we go. The next inlay will be placed on 60 centimeters. Okay, and 2, 3, 4, and enter. Okay, now we have finished the inlays in the counter, and the next step now is we will construct the tabletop. And for this I change the insertion height of 1 meter to 1 meter, and I will also insert the tabletop on the bottom border. Then I change the offset because I want to enlarge the tabletop of 20 millimeters. Okay, and the rest is okay. Now we have seen how easy it is to draw rectangular forms, but very cool too is that you have the possibility to change when you draw into the curved mode. It's this one here, and then you can draw the curved forms. I will select the next point, this one. Come on, yeah. And I make an external curve. Then I turn around my object, I select the next point, it's this one, and I also draw a curved line. So, and the last point, I will also set a curved line here like this, and I tap on enter. And now we have a very nice tabletop, as you can see, and it was very easy to draw. But as you can see, the tabletop is not very centered, and so I select it, then I click on the red arrow and I pull it in my direction and type in 100 millimeters, for example. So it's a little bit better. Now in the next step we will do the cutouts with the cutout function, because as you can see the extrusions are passing the tabletop, and that's not really right as it is. So for this we have the subtract profile function. It's a very useful function. We select the tabletop, then we can give an offset. It's the distance between the extrusions. Like in this case I will set 1 millimeter, and then I have only to click on the button here, and then I can select the 2 profiles, 1, 2, and by tapping on enter it's done. And now we will repeat this sequence with the other inlays. So first we have to select the inlay we want to cut out, and then we type in the offset, and by clicking on the button we can select the profiles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the 6th. So, and enter. Then the next one I select the inlay, and then I select the profiles to cut them out. Okay, and enter. And the last one, the inlay, the bottom inlay, so 1 millimeter, and this button here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the 6th one. Okay, now let's look at the result. For this I select the different inlays and I go on isolate objects here, and now we can see the different cutouts we have just done. And now, for example, your carpenter can take the measures of these construction parts with the AutoCAD dimensioning tool, and he can produce the right parts. And now we're at the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye and see you next time.